Dear students, I welcome you to online class conducted by Upashar College. I think you are all well. You know, our winter is already gone and now we are enjoying the beauties and the favorable weather of spring. You know, spring is the season which is very favorite to most of the people of our country. The weather is temperate, it is neither very cold nor very hot. So I think you are enjoying this season. However, you know the vaccination program is going on. I think you will all encourage your near and dear one to take vaccine and keep themselves away from the threat of COVID-19. And you will also be glad to know that we are hopeful our college will reopen very soon. I think government is going to open our educational institution very soon, which is a good news for all of us who are related with giving and taking, teaching and learning. So that is all. In the last class we talked about voice sense, and today is our last class on voice sense. We are learning how we can transform an active into passive. I gave you the rule in the last two classes for your betterment, for your better understanding. I just making a review of the rule. I have not written here, but I think who followed my class during the last two previous classes, you can remember the rule. Yet for your fresh recommendation, I like to remind you it once again. At first we will make the object into subject, then we will use an auxiliary verb according to tense and person. This is very important. If you want to make an active into passive, you must have good command over tense and person. Then we will make V3, then we will write rest of the sentence, then by, and at last we will write object of the subject. So we will today learn how we can make a future indefinite into passive. At first you should know how we can recognize a future indefinite tense. In case of future indefinite tense, we will have either shall or will and V1. Then V1. So if a sentence bears either will or shall and at the same time V1, you will understand it is present indefinite tense. So whatever the tense be, our first work is to make object into subject. In the last two classes, I also told you how we can recognize an object. A sentence normally has subject at the beginning, then verb at first, auxiliary verb, then principal verb, then object. So object is always after verb. This is the main point. Sometimes we make mistake thinking object is at the end of the sentence. This is a wrong idea. You will always learn that object is always after subject. So here you is object. So if we make you into subject, then it will remain you. Then you will take will after it, then be, then V3, paid, then rest of the sentence the bill by me. But here we have two objects. This is called indirect, this is direct. So you can make either of these two objects into subject. But most of the cases, in most of the case of the sentences, the object is always after verb. So if you follow this rule, the object is always after verb, then there is very less possibility of making any mistake. So this you will follow this rule. Object will be turned into subject, then either shall or will, then be, then V3, rest of the sentence, then by, then subject of the object. In case of second example, you also notice the same case. He will teach us English. We have still here also two objects, but you should always remember that we will take that very object which is after verb. So here us is that very object. If we make us subject, then it will be we, then will, then be, then V3. The V3 of teach is taught, then rest of the sentence English by him. But you can also take English as subject, then it will be English will be taught us by him. It is all the same whether you take English or us. But I think it is better to take the object, that particular object which is after verb. Then there is very less possibility of making any mistake. Otherwise, you can make mistake in finding out object. Now we will discuss imperative sentence. In case of other future tense, that is future continuous, future perfect, all these forms normally do not come into our exam, or it is not widely used as passive form. So we can omit all other three forms of future tense. Now we will take care of, or we will look at imperative sentence. At first you should know what an imperative sentence is. Imperative sentence means that particular sentence which indicates suggestion, advice, prohibition, command, order, etc. But you can recognize it very easily because imperative sentence normally begins with verb, and here the subject is omitted, remains omitted. So when a sentence begins with verb and where the subject is omitted, then you will understand that it is an imperative sentence. And when you will turn an imperative sentence into passive, it has got a different rule. I think you should note this rule down. At first we will use let, then subject of the object, then be verb, then V3, rest of the sentence. Here you don't need to write by, and you need, similarly you need not to write subject, object of the subject, because here subject is always omitted. So notice, do the work at once. This very sentence begins with do, which is a verb, and here the subject you is omitted. So when a sentence begins with verb, we will use it with let, then object, the verb, then be, then V3, then rest of the sentence. In the second sentence you also notice the same thing, read the writing on the wall. This sentence also begins with verb, so it is an imperative sentence. When it is an imperative sentence, we will begin with let, then the object of the subject of the object, let, the writing, then be verb, then V3, then rest of the sentence. You need not to write by or object of the subject. But in case of imperative sentence, there is a negative one. How will you recognize a negative one? The negative one begins with not. If a negative sentence begins with not, you will write a not with let. So let not then object of the subject the door, then B, then V3. Open V3 of open is opened. And last one is that it is also imperative but it is negative. So we will use let not, then object, subject of the object, the for, then B, then V3. So I think this point is clear to you. This is all from today's class. We will meet in the next class. Till then, thank you very much.